This is our audience.
Hello, I'm Sherlauna Martin. Do you remember a cool time you went to the zoo? Did you know that according to commonsenseforanimals.org, modern regulated zoos are scientific institutions dedicated to education, conservation, and research? Zoos have helped many species away from the brink of extinction, kindled a love for wildlife in many people, and they focus on animal welfare, education, and conservation. Some people believe that all animals should be kept in the wild. My purpose today is to persuade you to find value in and support modern regulated zoos. My speech will have 3 sections: how modern zoos improve animal welfare, how they aid in conservation and education, and how they help our culture. I am a PPCC zoo student. Recently I learned about AZA, the Association for Zoos and Aquariums, USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, and how they make regulations to improve zoos to enrich animals and guests. Recently I got to go on a field trip to a zoo to see the African penguins, and I was delighted to see them playing and communicating with each other. I also learned about conservation efforts to help the African penguin. I invite you to think of a time you were enriched by a visit to the zoo. Did it bring curiosity about their extended family in the wild? So now we will learn about animal welfare in modern zoos. Zoos today strive to give animals an excellent quality of life. Animal welfare regulations in zoos have been put in place. According to USDA, facilities must provide housing, sanitation, nutrition, water, veterinary care, and protect from extreme weather and temperatures. And according to AZA, animal welfare includes health, comfort, nourishment, safety, ability to develop species-specific behaviors, along with avoidance of pain, fear, and distress. Zoos accomplish these goals by giving frequent vet visits, lots of space, shelter, enrichment, and the absence of predators, and plenty of food. So now that I've mentioned welfare, I want to talk about zoo impact on conservation and education. Imagine a world with no vultures, ferrets, giraffes, bison, or orangutans. What would this look like? According to CheyenneMountainZoo.org, many other animal and plant species are affected by these animals that zoos have put efforts in place to save. According to WorldEconomicForum.org, bison were brought back from the brink of extinction by the help of zoos. In 1889, 1,000 bison were left, according to Defenders.org. Bronx Zoo in New York led one of the earliest reproduction and reintroduction programs that helped save the bison. Today, there are approximately 500,000 American bison roaming in the wild today. Some other reintroduction success stories include the California condor, Arabian oryx, and the black-footed ferret. Zoos help with species survival plans, which organize reproduction and reintroduction. Zoos also help educate about sustainable resources that help save the environment of the animals in the wild. So now that I've talked about conservation and education, I want to mention how zoos benefit our culture. According to humansandnature.org, zoos and aquariums provide encounters with the unique and exotic on a regular basis. They are awe-inspiring. The intimate, up-close encounters, targeted and relevant interpretation, and occasional physical contact all foster emotional connections between wildlife, and this leads to a passion for wildlife. People enjoy learning about and empathizing with specific up-close animals. Because of this, we can be a culture that has favorite animals. People also like to know that there is something that they can do to help save the planet, and zoos help with this. To conclude, I've talked about how modern zoos strive to increase animal welfare, how zoos aid in conservation and education, and how zoos contribute to our culture. In a bit, I will show you some of the things that Cheyenne Mountain Zoo has done in Colorado Springs. I have a PowerPoint. And so according to their website, they have the Quarters for Conservation Fund. They've raised $2 million for conservation since 2008. Last year, they sent $25,000 to the Savo Trust in Africa to help African elephants and rhinos. They also help African vultures, black-footed ferret, giraffes, orangutans, and some amphibians. Several other zoos have similar programs. So I'm asking you to please give your support to regulated zoos and their conservation efforts. You can visit and donate to their conservation efforts or even show your support on social media. You can go out this week to a zoo near you for an enjoyable educational experience that also helps animals in the wild. Thank you.